third visit to the start line in heat number 17. Just 3 of them this time, with the exclusion to Ty Woofenden, of course. So here we are, the lineup then for you. Nobody on the inside in red, with the exclusion of Ty Woofenden. Patrick Dudek in blue, gate 2. Gate 3 in white is Jason Doyle, and Maciej Janowski off the outside in yellow. This is a tense moment for all 3 riders here, Chris, because all of them are desperate for points.
They know what they need.
Yeah,
they've gone out there with instructions. They know exactly what they need. I think Dudek probably getting a slight advantage from not having Ty Woofenden on the inside of him. Gives him a little bit more track space when they get to the corner to straight line it if he has to.
Yeah, good point, that. Here we go then. Heat number 17, first time of asking. Whoa, long pause. Dudek's made a good one, but I tell you what, Doyle's bike absolutely roars into the first corner. Janowski round the outside, out of shape, relegates himself to 3rd place, but Doyle's done it again. Fair play to him. Didn't look like he had done initially, but certainly the run to the first corner, it worked a treat. Maciej Janowski now coming on strong, desperately trying to get into 2nd place, but Doyle, this is all he can do. Just win the race and hope 8 points is enough.
Yeah, there's a scrap now for 2nd and 3rd. Both these riders really need 2nd place. Jason Doyle was determined off the start. I think the reason he actually spun initially was because he had the thing absolutely flat out. I heard the rev limiter was doing 13,500 RPMs. That's revving fairly.
It is indeed. Doyle out in front. He's had a tough night, but he's showing great character here by bouncing back. 3rd time of asking out of gate number 3. He made it. He's into the last lap. He's looking good. Dudek looks like he's set for 2nd place. That'll be enough. He'll move on to 9 points. One last blast through the pit corner as they charge towards the checkered flag. He can do no more, Doyle. Yeah, Janowski coming on, but not enough. And dramatic heat number 17 with Patrick Dudek in 2nd, but Doyle out in front, finishes on. That's his first race win of the night. He's had 2 crashes, he's had restarts, he's got a warning. Wow, what a roller coaster of a night for Jason Doyle. 3 points for him.
Hasn't made life easy for himself.
No, he hasn't. Dudek in 2nd place, 2 points. Janowski back in 3rd, and Ty Woofenden, no points for him. So we will wait and see how this all pans out now, because it's going to get awfully interesting. Right now, Jason Doyle is in 7th place with Janowski in 8th, and Patrick Dudek certainly is into 3rd on 9 points, so he looks definitely safe.
Yeah, Jason Doyle had that GM engine of his wound up. That's why he didn't make the start initially. Spun off the start, but then the thing just launched on the way to the corner. Sheer determination from Jason Doyle to make sure that 3rd time around he gets the bike to the corner, and he does it superbly. And Patrick Dudek happy just to run around the inside, but he comes, I tell you what, first turn, if Janowski had made a better job of it, I think he could have got around everybody, but he just, a little bit like Ty Woofenden, just picking up too much grip, had to get out of the throttle, and yeah, didn't get the momentum.
Yeah, just overdid it a little bit, didn't he? And I think you're right. I think it was just a moment he could have ill afford, but Doyle there just explaining to his team how the bike roared towards the first corner. Finally, we move on to heat 18, and long overdue, of course, with 3 stagings of heat 17. We'll see Bartosz Zmarzlik for the last time in the qualifiers off the inside here. So Bartosz Zmarzlik off the inside in red, Mikkel Mikkelsen, gate number 2 in blue. Gate number 3 in white is Freddie Lindgren on 8 points, and 10 points for Leon Madsen on the outside in yellow. Good-looking race, this. Lindgren and Bartosz Zmarzlik, joint leaders of the World Championship. Joint 8 points here with a race to come here. Nothing to choose between them. Mikkelsen hasn't had the night he was looking for. Leon Madsen, the danger man on the outside. Certainly, with the way it's panning out tonight, 9 points, you would be a little more comfortable. 8 points, not so much. So we'll wait and see.
Probably need something out of this. Leon Madsen's the one that's safe.
Yeah, Leon Madsen comfortable on 10 points, but he'll be looking to push on for a good gate draw for the semi-finals. But Bartosz Zmarzlik, he only knows one way. He'll be going for a win, that's for sure. Heat number 18 then. Settling down nicely, tapes up sharpish. Got to say that Bartosz Zmarzlik just about gets there, gets his nose in front. Here comes Freddie Lindgren through in the 2nd place. Mikkelsen in 3rd, with Leon Madsen at the moment trapped at the back. But I tell you what, Bartosz Zmarzlik had to work that bike really hard to get it to dig in and drive towards the first corner. Freddie Lindgren hanging on in 2nd place. Handy 2 points for him, but Bartosz Zmarzlik responding brilliantly.
Yeah, he did. And oh, here comes Mikkel Mikkelsen looking for a way up the inside of Freddie Lindgren. Freddie has to move right over. Tell you what, I've got a feeling that Mikkelson's coming through. Yes, he does. And possibly Leon Madsen as well. This could actually see Freddie out of the semi-finals, possibly. I don't think so. He's got 2 race wins previously.
He's committed to the outside now, Chris, because suddenly the door's wide open. Can he respond? He's back into 3rd place, but he's given 2nd place away, that's for sure. But certainly he was in grave danger of missing out totally there. Bartosz Marslik won't, though. He's going to pick up another win on the night and move into double figures, comfortably through to the semi-finals on 11. Mikkelsen looking much stronger the longer the night has gone on. But unfortunately for him, that won't be enough. He finishes on 6 points. With Bartosz Marslik, how determined was he? He finishes on 11. And certainly well and truly in it after a 3rd place last time out. It's 2 third places and 3 wins. So 3 points for Smarslik out in front. Mikkelsen strong in 2nd place there. Freddie Lindgren, well, he certainly put it on the line there. I thought for a moment he'd thrown it away, but picked up a valuable point. There you can see it, 11 points. Yuli's got a right to come, of course. Smarslik finishes on 11, so does Madsen on 10, Freddie Lindgren on 9, Patrick Dudek on 9. 9 is enough.
9 will be safe.
Definitely safe. 8 may be vulnerable.
Maybe not. Yeah, it's definitely vulnerable. And Freddie Lindgren putting himself under pressure. Mikkelsen there giving Smarslik a run to the corner. Freddie Lindgren threw up the inside. Good move from him on the first turn. Then he makes this mistake. I can only assume it was a mistake because he runs far too wide. Realises he's got it all wrong there. Then he looks to cut back up the inside of Mikkelsen. Realises that Leon Madsen is coming through. That gate, that door is firmly shut, and has to run all the way back around the outside. Does a good job to get himself back into 3rd place, and that could be vital for him.
Absolutely right. He was looking very vulnerable indeed, and it was just a decision he made midway through the race which didn't work. Thought it might have done, but it wasn't the case, but salvaged it by picking up a point and finishes on 9 points. Bartosz Smarslik going along sweetly now. A little up and down, but nonetheless 11 points is a very handy return, and we will see him once again in the semi-finals. So here we are, 8:19. Vaslav Milik has had a night to forget. He'll be quite pleased to leave the Margetta tonight, I would suggest. He's on the inside in red. Dan Bewley's having a great night. He comes out of gate number 2 in blue. Gate number 3 in white. It's Jack Holder searching for points as well. And Robert Lambert, slow start to the night, but he's been jet propelled in his last 3. He's off the outside in yellow. Good battle here between the Brits, I would suggest.
Yeah, Jack Holder, I think I would suggest, needs a couple of points. Robert Lambert certainly needs a point. Dan Bewley's quite safe, but of course he's going to want to have a good gate choice.
Yeah, he'll want to finish as best as he can. He can get to 14. Here we go then. Green lights on, we're underway. Bewley's made a smashing start out of gate number 2. He's worked a treat. Jack Holder's alongside him. Robert Lambert just squeezed out there. He's at the back. Here comes Holder. Holder up the inside. Where did he find that from? Superb effort from Jack Holder, who's getting better and better the longer the night goes on. Milik now getting in the thick of the action. Bewley coming back into 2nd place. Disappointment for Robert Lambert at the back. Bewley now up the inside. This is going to be a chase to the checkered flag now. Holder riding great out in front. Bewley round the inside looking really, really dangerous.
Yeah, Jack Holder really caught Dan Bewley unawares. I think Dan is just full of confidence. He's had 3 race wins on the bounce. Even Vaclav Milik now putting him under a little bit of pressure, but Jack Holder, he's obviously made a few changes because he's really got that bike dialed in. He's made it work on the outside tonight, he's made it work on the inside now, and looking good out front.
Indeed it is. Great ride from Jack Holder. Superb move off the first turn on the opening lap. Fired himself to the front. It's under pressure from Dan Bewley, but it's going to hang on there. Superb stuff from him. Bewley once again rock solid in 2nd place. And that will see him through comfortably. Disappointment from Robert Lambert there. He's got a couple of race wins and he finishes on 8 points, having his 2nd pointless race here this evening. That was a bit of a surprise, but the 2 race wins will be useful. Jack Holder 3 points, Dan Bewley in 2nd place, 2 points for him. Vaslav Milik picks up his first point of the night. Robert Lambert failing to score. The top 8 right now is Dan Bewley, Smarslik, Madsen, Holder, Lindgren, Dudek, Lambert. Jason Doyle just about hanging on there on 8 points, with Janowski also on 8 points. That's going to be very close indeed, because they both have one race.
Tell you what, Robert Lambert will be watching this race because it's all getting tight for the top 8, but Dan Bewley makes a cracking start. Look at this move from Jack Holder, so smooth up the inside, full of confidence as he does that. Steams past Dan Bewley. I think that really caught him by surprise. Dan then thought, okay, I can make a cut back here. He's been doing it all night. Then he realises that Vaclav Milik is on the inside, so that shuts that door. Has another look on this turn. You think, oh, maybe he can make this work. Looks like he's got good speed, but then he has to get off the gas. And Jack Holder settles down. Look at Jack, just having a little look, cheeky look over his shoulder as Dan Bewley is giving chase.
Yeah, very close between Jason Doyle and Maciej Janowski, but Doyle beat Janowski when they met, and they both got one race victory each. So almost identical scoreline there.
But with Martin Vaclik and Max Frick in Heat 20, Robert Lambert could actually drop out of this, and Jason Doyle.
Yeah, very tight indeed. We'll wait and see exactly how it pans out in heat number 20 now, and they're up at tapes. Martin Vaclik also with a chance here. He's on 6 points. A race win will see him through. On the inside then, last year's winner, Martin Vaclik in the red helmet colour. Max Frick on 7 points, needs 1. Needs 2 probably. Gate 2 in blue. Yeah. Kim Nilsson's had a poor night. Gate number 3 in white, and Anders Thompson another poor night for him as well, off the outside in yellow. So the riders on gates 1 and 2 will have to fight for the big points here.
A win for Vaclik and a second place for Max Frick would actually knock both Jason Doyle and Robert Lambert out.
Yeah, so they're sitting nervously now. They're going to need some help here from the riders on the outside if Doyle. Certainly, Robert Lambert, Maciej Janowski and Doyle are vulnerable for being overhauled here by Martin Vaclik and Max Frick. Tense times now in the pits and on the track. So, heat number 20. Tapes up now. Martin Vaclik's absolutely superb away from the tapes. Fires himself onto the inside, hugs the inside. Here comes around the outside, Anders Thompson. That was a great move from Anders Thompson. And he managed to hang on there because Max Frick desperately trying to slam the door shut. Anders Thompson up the inside, manages to force his way back into second place. Frick squaring the corner off, long back straight, needs to get himself there. That might not be enough for Frick, and that is a disappointment for the Australian. But for Martin Vaclik, what a start when he really needed it.
Yeah, great start, and this will put him through safely. It's all going to get tight now for qualification with Max Frick running a third place in. He really does need to find a way through to be sure of qualification. We'll have to wait for this race to finish to work out the maths on this one, but it's a great ride from Martin Vaclik out front.
Martin Vaclik under pressure prior to his last ride. Absolutely superb away from the tapes. Gate number 1 at the right time. Didn't make any mistakes at all. Sweet victory for Martin Vaclik, last year's winner. Into the semi-finals on 9 points.
I think Max Frick misses out.
Just enough for him. Max Frick possibly missing out. Finishing in third place, disappointment if that is the case. We will wait for the FIM to actually confirm the results for the semi-finals. But it's been awfully tense on the last block of races here in the Marketa Stadium. Vaclik out in front, 3 points. Very useful indeed. Max Frick actually got second there. Anders Thompson slipping back to third.
Second, okay.
So he should be in. So that's a very useful second place for Max Frick. He'll go on to 9 points, and that will potentially mean that Maciej Janowski will miss out on the semi-finals tonight. So much tension there. In actual fact, it might mean that Doyle also misses out. We'll wait and see exactly how that works out for you. We'll bring that to you as soon as we possibly can.
Oh, how about a spark of inspiration? Oops! Let's get this thing rolling. Ta-da! Try that on for size. Yeah! Level up in Forge of Empires. Play now for free at FOE.tv or download the app.
Every now and then, something or someone comes along with the power to shape an entire generation. You never know when they'll come, but you'll know when you see them. The Kia EV9 here to reshape the way we move.
Kia, movement that inspires.
If you're gonna stay in, win at staying in. Get the UK's most reliable broadband technology and win at staying in with BT.
This ain't competition, this is stand-up. This is for them boss women, told you this is an anthem. I don't do 4 rounds, I just do knockouts. Word to be a champion, I ain't taking hand. I'm that girl, I'm that boss.
Enjoy every meal with HelloFresh. Home cooking made easy and affordable. Order now at hellofresh.co.uk.
Roll me some night. Here I am, baby. How many people?
Hey man, safety shoes.
Why not?
You're not building
Mr. Butler!
And
Safety
now, ladies
shoes?
and gentlemen, Mr. Butler.
My choice.
U-Power's lightest safety shoe ever. U-Power safety shoes and workwear.
With People's Postcode Lottery, Saturdays just got a million times better. Every single Saturday, one lucky postcode is guaranteed to win a share of £1 million. For your chance to win this spectacular new prize and others every day of the week, play with your postcode before midnight on the 22nd of June. People's Postcode Lottery, creating a millionaire street every week.
I am very concerned about people who have sensitivity, as they may also have gum problems that they're not even aware of. Sensodyne Sensitivity and Gum is really good for that dual action, which protects sensitive teeth while also improving your gum health. The dual action toothpaste protects sensitive teeth and has a microfoam formula, which helps to target bacteria in hard to reach places. I recommend Sensodyne Sensitivity and Gum to my patients because it just works.
So the last track grading of the evening, they leave the track after this, and we will wait for Phil Morris to gather the riders for the 2 semi-finals, where he will allow the riders to choose their start positions. Dan Bewley will have first pick for his semi-final. Smarslick also will be very much involved. Interesting to see which way they go. I sense that the inside gates will be favourite.
Yeah.
Don't think they're going to want to go for the outside gates. You've got the choice. What are your thoughts on that?
I totally agree with that. I think you've got to either go off 1 or 2. 2 has been favoured, certainly was after qualification.
And it should be 9. Then you're 10.
First semi-final, we will see the presentation of the riders for you now. So there you are, there's the top 8 from the qualifying races this evening, and the first 4 will come forward to take their gate positions. Phil Morris will be conducting proceedings as always, and so let's move down to Phil Morris now. He's ready for us to take us through the draw.
And the first rider to make his selection for semi-final 1 is Dan Bewley. Please select your colour. Dan selects the blue start position. And next to make his selection is Jack Holder. Jack, please select your colour. Jack selects the red gate position. Next to make the selection is Patrick Dudek. Patrick, select your colour. Patrick selects the white gate position. And the final gate position goes to Martin Vasulik, who will select the yellow gate position.
There we go then, the lineup for the first semi-final. Holder on the inside. Gate number 2 is Dan Bewley. Gate 3 for Dudek, and gate 4 for Martin Vasulik. Battled hard there, Vasulik, to get into the semi-finals.
And the first choice for semi-final 2 is Bartosz Marzlik, who selects the blue gate position. Next to make the selection is Leon Madsen. Leon, select your colour. Leon selects the red gate position. Third to make the selection is Fredrik Lindgren. Freddie, please select your start colour. Freddie selects the yellow gate position. And Robert Lambert is left with the white gate position.
There we go then, Madsen on the inside, Bartosz Marzlik gate 2, gate 3 for Robert Lambert, and Freddie Lindgren off the outside. In semi-final number 2, Lindgren electing to go to gate 4, which was a slight change from the way it happened in the draw for the semi-final number 1. Lindgren touch fortunate actually, nearly threw it all away in his last ride, and the last 2 rides he only picked up 2 points, but nonetheless 9 points was the mark tonight to make sure you got through. Robert Lambert just coming through in 8 as well. So, yep, so 8 actually was enough, to be honest. That graphic was incorrect earlier on, so certainly Max Frick. That was misleading.
Yeah, I know.
That was misleading
because
Max Frick actually came up as a 2nd place. So apologies for that. It wasn't Max Frick. Unfortunately, the graphic was incorrect. So Robert Lambert, a reprieve. Apologies to Robert Lambert. So Lambert, those middle races certainly working extremely well.
No surprises with those gate choices. Gate 2, popular last night, popular tonight, obviously. I think Jack Holder will be actually quite happy to be off the inside gate.
Yeah, not a bad place to be. Every chance of getting in the top 2 from there, and he'll be certainly focused on doing that. Patrick Dudek, an improvement tonight, certainly looking much more like his old self. Going from gate number 3, chose that, resisted the temptation to go to gate number 4. So, yeah, big moments now for these riders, particularly riders that have found some form. They need to kick on now, and Dudek is certainly doing that. Leon Madsen is another one. And so we will wait and see. Martin Vasulik in the thick of it. Might need a bit of good fortune in the first corner, Martin, because unless he makes an exceptional start, it is tough. Last bit of track grading has gone on, a little bit of water down as well.
Not too much.
Not too much, so not glistening on the surface like it was previously. So track looks in pretty...
Okay, good luck, let's go!
Pretty good, Nick. So
track's held up very well, considering it's had 2 race meetings, 2 qualification sessions. It's done very well.
Indeed it has. So riders appearing now for the first semi-final. It's been an enjoyable night so far, but this is the business end of the meeting where the big points are handed out. And riders that have shown the best form throughout the evening are rightly now in the top 8. And now they'll be desperate to make another final. Jack Holder, of course, made his first final 3 weeks ago and very nearly won it. He ended up 2nd place eventually after the rerun, but nonetheless has shown a good turnaround here, showing some maturity there. Possibly last year may well have not done that, but made some decisions back in the pits that have paid big dividends. So well done to him. He finished with 2 race wins, and that was very useful.
Fast as well.
Yeah, he looked very useful indeed. So will be one of my favourites, certainly, to make the final from the inside gate. Dan Bewley has had an excellent night. He's only dropped 2 points all night long so far. So, tell you what, there's a lot going on in the Dudek camp. I think if they'd had 10 bites, they would have tried them all.
He's kept them busy.
He has indeed. So once again, a little indecision going on there in the Dudek camp, but he's running out of time now with just 40 seconds to go before the 2-minute clock runs out.
Fancy Holder and Bewley in this one.
Indeed. So on the inside in red then is Jack Holder. Gate number 2 in blue is Dan Bewley. Gate number 3 in white is Patrick Dudek, and Martin Vasulik from the outside in yellow. Martin Vasilik can produce miracles at times from the start. He made a great start from gate 1 last time to make sure he was in the semi-finals. He's going to have to do something every bit as good now if he wants to make the final for the 2nd consecutive year. I'll remind you, he won here last year, lives just across the border effectively in Slovakia, so it's his home Grand Prix really, so he would very much like to make the final, as of course the other 3 will. We're away. Dudek has made a smashing start there. Fantastic out of gate number 3. Bewley then slips into 2nd place. Here comes Vasilik. Round the outside, running into traffic into turns 3 and 4. Bewley running wide. Vasilik even wider. What an effort from Martin Vasilik. Roars round the outside. Dudek now under pressure from Dan Bewley. Jack Holder on the inside. Bewley's gone very wide. Very wide indeed. How on earth has he managed to recover that? He's still in the chase. Dudek now running wide.
He's coming up the inside.
Oh, they touch. He's gone to the back. Holder now into 2nd place. What a race.
Stuff. Holder just opportunist move there up the inside. I tell you what, Bewley's got it all to do. And Dudek's not finished. Bewley's now, it looks like he's going to get Dudek up the inside. He's going to have to close that door.
Here comes Bewley once again. Jack Holder around the outside. Martin Vasilik is comfortable out in front. Here we go. One last blast down the back straight. Here we see Jack Holder, who took that opportunity with both hands, but certainly Vasilik. Now we go to the line. Holder's in. Bewley misses out. What a stunning race once again. Can't take your eyes off the action tonight, that's for sure. Martin Vasilik. What a first corner. I mean, did he want that or not? That first lap for Martin Vasilik was truly extraordinary. Superb stuff from him. He goes through to the semi-final. Jack Holder, another final for Jack Holder. And Dan Bewley, well, he'll be disappointed. He's been the top man tonight. He misses out, and so does Patrick Dudek. But I tell you what, that was a breathless race once again here in the Marquetta. Sensational Speedway. And Jack Holder and Martin Vasilik in the final.
Stunning, stunning race. Real opportunistic move from Jack Holder. He just saw the gap opening up, but, well, 4 laps, 4 stunning laps.
Yeah.
Dudek, gate 3, hasn't been favourable at all. He just roars off the start. You've got to say at this point, well, he's in the semi-final. But Martin Vasilik just keeps on going down the back straight. Has to get off the gas just a little bit as he enters the corner. The gap closes as Bewley looks for a run on the outside of Dudek. And Bewley goes wide, but how wide does Martin Vasilik go?
Whee!
Cracking stuff, brilliant ride from him. And then, of course, Dudek comes under fire. Now, at this point, Jack Holder, he looks out of it. Dan Bewley looks like he's going to squeeze past Dudek. All of a sudden, there's Jack Holder, long, long straight, coming from nowhere, way back there, gets his wheels in line, super early, very tight there, all the grip on the inside, hasn't been touched all night, gets himself into 2nd place. Brilliant ride from him.
Well, dramatic racing going on there, and Martin Vasilik had to win his last ride to make the semi-finals. Wins the first semi-final in grand style.
Good luck,
Superb Speedway behind him, that's for sure. Bewley and Dudek just missing out there. Could have gone any way there when you consider Dudek made the start. At the conclusion of the race, he actually finished at the back. Wow, what a race that was. Semi-final number 2's got something to live up to, but I suggest it has the ingredients to do that. Apologies once again. The graphic was incorrect.
Yeah.
Max Frick wasn't on 9 in that case. We thought he was in the semi-finals, but it was Robert Lambert, and congratulations to him. Leon Madsen out here has had a good night. He really is looking threatening, and he's got that inside gate. Freddie Lindgren, who's been pretty solid, but has still had to work hard at times, has faded in his last 2 rides, but early points certainly have helped him through to the semi-finals here. Bartosz Smarzlik's had a couple of blips, but 3 wins as well, so comfortably through. And the world champion will go from gate number 2 here. Going to be quite a tussle from last year's 1 and 2 on the inside 2 gates, you would suggest. But Robert Lambert, the fast-starting Robert Lambert, he can drop the clutch at the right time. Here we are then, the lineup for you. Semi-final 2, Leon Madsen on the inside in red, Bartosz Smarzlik in blue, gate number 2. Gate number 3 in white is Robert Lambert. Gate number 4 in yellow is Freddie Lindgren. This is some lineup here, Chris.
Some lineup, yeah. Madsen has joined the party tonight. Been very quiet in the Grand Prix the first 2 rounds, but off the inside gate, I fancy him. The dirt has moved over. There's a dry line around the inside, and I really do fancy that he can get there. His Worst thing that can happen for him is that Zmarzlik makes a decent start and clamps him down. If that happens, we've seen how fast Lambert and Lindgren can be out in the dirt.
Absolutely, all sorts of scenarios here. Start Marshall just keen for the riders to come forward now. Tense time, smashing lineup. Brilliant Speedway throughout the evening. Semi-final number 2 then, takes the lap. What a start from Madsen, brilliant start from him. Robert Lambert's there out of turn, gate number 3. Oh, Zmarzlik and Lambert locked together. Lambert having to give best down the back straight. Freddie Lindgren locked at the back. Wow, that was tied out of the first corner. Zmarzlik in second place. Leon Madsen, wow, he's got his trapping hand on now. Superb away from the inside, and Zmarzlik forced his way into second place.
Yeah, and Lindgren, he's a little way back, but I tell you what, he's generating an awful lot of speed out wide. And if Zmarzlik spends too much time trying to stop the run of Robert Lambert, we could see Freddie Lindgren with a big blast. Oh, he's gone awfully wide there. I think he's lost too much ground now. But I tell you what, Leon Madsen, super fast, but Zmarzlik still under pressure.
It's very tight for second place. Zmarzlik, they're all over him like a rat. He's not fast enough. Robert Lambert, now Zmarzlik goes wide, the door's open. Freddie Lindgren around the inside, down the back straight for the last time. Zmarzlik's desperate. Leon Madsen's a country mile in front. He is comfortably through to the final. And Bartosz Zmarzlik somehow, I don't know how, I just don't know how he's done that. Just sheer determination. He kept Robert Lambert at bay, and Zmarzlik, the championship leader, it's a pivotal moment. He's through to the final, and Freddie Lindgren misses out. And so it's just gone the way there, but by golly, did Bartosz Zmarzlik have to work hard for that. Madsen through, brilliant ride from him, fast out in front. Bartosz Zmarzlik, not fast in second place, but just about gets the job done. Freddie Lindgren in third, and Robert Lambert missing out. Wow, those were 2 special semi-finals. You just could not take your eyes off of it. And I don't know how Zmarzlik hung on to second place there. I thought Lambert must go by him, but wow, he just hung on.
Bartosz Zmarzlik doing what Bartosz Zmarzlik does. Enough. He will do what it takes.
Whatever it takes.
Look at the rocket gate that Leon Madsen makes from the inside. Moves across to the right, covers any run coming into the corner, then just chops it back on the line. Tell you what, Zmarzlik's super hard there on Robert Lambert. Not enough room to come through. You can see he's got his leg actually on Robert Lambert's bike at one point there. Lambert's skidding across the front of Lindgren. Lindgren puts the brakes on, doesn't know where anybody's going to end up.
Yeah.
And real confusion on the opening. Then Zmarzlik is having to ride very defensive. He knows Robert Lambert's got the speed on him. Whilst this is going on, Lindgren keeps winding it up. And I tell you what, on the finish line, he wasn't very far away from both of those 2 riders, but Zmarzlik hangs on.
Yeah, remarkable ride there from Bartosz Zmarzlik. Freddie Lindgren actually just snatches 3rd place on the line there and relegates the luckless Robert Lambert there to 4th. So disappointment for Robert Lambert, but nonetheless was certainly involved in a very special Speedway race. This man missed all the fireworks, but he doesn't care about that.
I mean, he got that last place in his last heat ride, but he didn't need the points.
No, but responded brilliantly in semi-final 2. And Madsen is a major threat here this evening. And he looks like he has found the key to it and is looking very threatening indeed. Good looking lineup for the final. That was a very, very strong lineup for the semi-final number 2. But,
Brian Carger there, his engine tuner, will be quite happy with that, showing the speed that he had there.
Delighted, absolutely delighted.
Phil, which one I think?
So we've got Madsen, Veselik, Zmarzlik and Holder in the final. Fair play to Jack Holder, great effort from him. Obviously would have been a little disappointed by not managing to win in the Narodowy. Finished 2nd in the end, but to make it 2 consecutive finals, these are the first 2 finals of his Grand Prix career. And he's turned his fortunes around tonight. So
yes, won his last 2 heat races in style.
Yeah, and then rode very well in the first semi-final.
Had to work hard in that semi-final, come from nowhere.
He did indeed. So brilliant stuff. It really has been breathless out there tonight. We have enjoyed it immensely. I hope you have at home. So here's the gate success. Still, the inside gate's just about the best. The outside gate there on 5 and 4 wins for gate number 3. Not too much in it, but certainly the gate picks have favoured gates 1 and 2. And I expect that to be the same case for the final itself. Round number 3 here, of course, in the Marketa Stadium, a gorgeous spot. Prague itself, the city, is just a stunning place to visit. It is a special place to be. Right, now let's move down to Phil Morris. He's going to take us through the draw for the final.
And the first choice for the final is Leon Madsen, and Leon selects the red gate position. And next to make the selection is Martin Vasulik, and Martin selects the blue gate position. Third to select is Bartosz Smarslik. Bartek, please select your start colour. Bartek selects the white gate position. And the final gate goes to Jack Holder as Jack selects the yellow gate position.
So there we are then, the lineup for the final. Leon Madsen on the inside, gate number 2 for Martin Vasulik, gate 3 for Bartosz Smarslik, and Jack Holder off the outside. This is a huge moment in the context of the championship as well. Leon Madsen, Martin Vasulik, not really in the championship right now. Holder is, Holder is in 4th, and he can leapfrog certainly Jason Doyle, and then put pressure on Freddie Lindgren also, who is out of the final, so an opportunity for Holder. Martin Vasulik, gate number 2. I tell you what, he will not be unhappy about that at all. And if he can jump forward and get the better of Madsen, well, he could well hit the front.
Yeah, if he hits the front, he'll be a hard man to pass. But I tell you what, Leon Madsen has probably got a bike that's working better on the slick than any other rider in this race.
Yeah, whatever they've done, it's working, and he was stunning in his semi-final, just cleared off out in front, and certainly was in a class of his own. Bartosz Smarslik, they've got to make a change. They've got to make a change, because he was just spinning badly. He had no speed at all.
Actually, for the first time ever, he looked lost before that gate pick. He looked stunned.
Yeah, he did. I think he can only reflect on it. He's the championship leader. He's in the final.
Yeah, well, that's it.
And he's doing it up. Really is. And he just basically bored a hole in the side of Lambert coming out of turn 2. Lambert was a little unfortunate, very tough, but you've got a man behind you that is just going to do whatever it takes.
And then he was so defensive after that.
Yeah, just to retain his world championship. Jack Holder now moving into big time Speedway. 2 consecutive finals for the Australian. Great effort from him. Can he win on the night? Was unlucky, really unlucky in the Narodovi. A lap away from his first Grand Prix win. This man knows what it's like to win here. He won the double header, of course, in 2020. So he's in the final once again. We've seen riders make it from gate 3. Jason Doyle did it. And Bartosz Smarslik, who certainly has the qualities.
Some interesting dynamics in the first turn here, I think. I can only see Leon Madsen making another good start from gate 1. I think he will creep around the inside. I think Jack Holder has got to hope that Martin Vasulik and Smarslik trip over each other and leave a big hole for him.
Yeah, I think that if Martin Vasulik gets the better of Madsen, he's going to clamp him on the line, and that will give opportunities for riders from the outside. But we'll wait and see, because Vasulik is certainly no fool when it comes to starting, and his latter rides, we've seen him at his best away from the tapes. And he'll be looking to repeat that right now. And gate number 2 is the best gate on the evening. So he's in the box seat, as it were. Not too much to choose between the gates tonight, when that's always good to see.
Yeah.
So
good racetrack too.
Yeah, and it's been really entertaining stuff. So congratulations to everybody concerned here. It's been a terrific Grand Prix after a smashing Grand Prix 3 weeks ago in Warsaw. Here we go then, riders out on track for the last time. The grand final itself. And it's been dramatic, it's been tense, it's been exciting. We've had clashes in the first turn, we've had a little bit of everything. Certainly it's been immensely entertaining, and I do hope that you have enjoyed it, and a big final to come to conclude the night. Let's hope that it lives up to the action that we've already seen this evening. What a turnaround for Leon Madsen. This really is a huge improvement in his performance at the highest level. So the lineup then for the final is Leon Madsen on the inside in red, Martin Vasulik alongside him in blue, Bartosz Smarslik out of gate number 3 in white, and Jack Holder off the outside in yellow. It is quite remarkable how he's turned it around.
Yeah, he's had a fantastic night. He's really, that relationship with his engine tuner, I think that's paid dividends to bring him along, Brian Carger, and it certainly seems to have taken the pressure off Leon. But I've got to ask you, Kelvin, need a prediction from you. I want one name.
Leon Madsen I'm going to go with on the inside gate.
I would have done that. Martin Vashlik was my favourite for the night, so I'll go with Martin.
Yeah, the inside gate's probably just the favourites, but there's no doubt that the riders on the outside will have their part to play. Here we go. Just settling down now for the final time this evening. Well, we hope the final time this evening, because we have had 1 or 2 reruns this evening, but no doubt that these 4 riders will be hoping to get away cleanly. Bartosz Marslik really laying it on the line, coming out of turn 2 in the opening lap of his semi-final. Wow, Robert Lambert didn't know what hit him. Just couldn't believe it. He just literally kept pushing, didn't he? He just wouldn't let it lie. Here we go then, the last time. The grand final in the Marquetta SGP round 3. The conclusion. Here we go. Away they go. Martin Vashlik has made a superb start. Leon Madsen tucks into 2nd place. Bartosz Marslik slipping back to 4th with Jack Holder coming through into 3rd. Martin Vashlik, well, that gate number 2 has worked a treat for him. Here comes Holder into it. Bartosz Marslik going to have to run right round the outside if he's going to make his way onto the rostrum. But for Martin Vashlik out in front, looking for back-to-back victories here in the Marquetta.
Yeah, Martin Vashlik out front. He's not going to move too far off that line. There's a traffic jam behind him all the time. Smarslik's winding it up, but he just keeps losing ground every now and again. But he's going to keep plugging away for the entire 4 laps.
Indeed he is right now. They're all just queuing up behind Martin Vashlik. Leon Madsen there. Look at Smarslik. He's in a different country around the outside, but it hasn't worked so far. We're into the final lap here in the Marquetta Stadium. Martin Vashlik. Wow, what a moment this could be. Leon Madsen just coming on strong. One last chance through the last corner. But the night is going to belong to Martin Vashlik. What a victory that is. Oh, he'll be over the moon with that.
2 on the trots.
Yeah, absolutely. Back-to-back wins. That really is stunning stuff for Martin Vashlik. He came into the night's round in 7th place. He won't be when he leaves, that's for sure. Many congratulations to Martin Vashlik from Slovakia. Effectively his home Grand Prix. He has ridden superbly well. The night started quietly for him, but he has turned the style on in his latter races. Leon Madsen, much more like it from him. Jack Holder on the rostrum again, 2 consecutive Grand Prix with Smarslik just missing out in 4th place. But
Jack Holder, consistency, fantastic from him.
Yeah, absolutely.
Smarslik plugging away, still another result considering he hasn't had a good night particularly. No. Good to see Leon Madsen back. But Martin Vashlik, he sat on these terraces as a child watching Tony Ricardson, Jason Crump, Greg Hancock, those guys, and now back-to-back GP wins here in Prague.
Yeah, and he won 2 Grand Prix last year. It was just injury that really just curtailed his opportunities for a medal. But on the evidence of this, certainly he's now going to be putting himself right back in the top 6. When you look at his nights, he had a 2nd, a 3rd, a 2nd, a 3rd, and he had to win his last heat to make the semi-finals. Martin Vashlik, what a win for him. Congratulations. Leon Madsen, much more like it from the world number 2. Jack Holder, as you say, consistency, 2nd final, 2nd time on the rostrum, and Bartosz Marslik, the championship leader, misses out on the rostrum, but nonetheless another final, and 14 World Championship points in the bag. He'll move on to 50 World Championship points after 3 rounds, but Martin Vashlik clearly overjoyed, and rightly so.
Yeah, not the most exciting race to finish with, but boy, have we had some excitement tonight. And Martin Vashlik just going about it in a workmanlike way, made a perfect start from gate 2, just didn't move off the line. Leon Madsen threw everything at it, but there was never going to be a way that Martin Vashlik was going to let him through. Smarslik, how hard, he will have never worked as hard as that for 0 points in a race, but 4th place on the night. To be honest, the night he's had, I don't think he'll be too disappointed with that.
No, I tend to agree, but for Martin Vashlik, he showed great maturity within the evening, hadn't won a race prior to his 5th outing in the qualifying heats, but then managed to do that, moved on to 9 when he was under pressure, and then moved sweetly through the semi-final, and what a start it was. It worked a treat. He clamped Madsen on the line. If Madsen had got away, I sense they wouldn't have seen which way he went.
No.
But that man did the hard work going to the first turn. That is one of his major fortes, and all of a sudden the club and the team absolutely delighted with that. If he stays injury-free, then Martin Vashlik will be a major threat throughout the campaign. Clearly very ambitious. He wants to be world champion. Keeps riding like that. He's got every chance, and he's moving through the ranks very swiftly now. and looking good.
Just looking at the look of the face there of Leon Madsen, he just looks relieved to be back, doesn't he?
Absolutely. It's been disappointing opening a couple of rounds for Madsen, but all of a sudden he's back on the rostrum, and second place here in Prague is a terrific result. So here we are, the results of the evening then. Vasilik picks up 20 points, Madsen 18, 16 for Holder, 14 for Smarslik. Dan Bewley will be disappointed not to have gone further tonight. He was in such good form, but still 12 points for him. Lindgren there, that was not as bad as it could have been. Not as bad as it could have been for Lindgren, but Jack Holder is a major beneficiary tonight with the way it's panned out. Dudek and Lambert round out the top 8. But right now, Martin Vasilik clearly overjoyed to win here in the Markéta Stadium. As you rightly point out, he came here as a child, he knows the place inside out. It's just not that far from his home.
No, he's been adopted by the Prague fans.
Yeah, and rightly so. So that ability to make superb starts is so crucial. So we're here from the winner, of course, on the centre green, and they're just getting themselves prepared. So now let's move down, and Scott Nichols is with the winner now, Martin Vasilik.
Yeah, your round 3 winner here in the Markéta Stadium is Martin Vasilik, repeat winner as well. How good does that feel?
Unbelievable, guys. This is so awesome for me. I'm so excited, so happy right now. So what a fantastic night for me. Beginning was a little bit, I was a little bit struggling with the setup, but now finally for the end we find the right setup, and we were so fast, and I'm so happy. Maybe I would like to say something in my language. Ďakujem vám všetkým veľmi pekne, že ste dnes prišli, že ste mi fandili. Ďakujem všetkým slovenským fanúšikom, českým a vôbec všetkým fanúšikom aj z Poľska. Ďakujem veľmi pekne, urobili ste nádhernú kulisu a ja som veľmi hrdý, že som tu dnes mohol pre vás vyhrať. Ďakujem veľmi pekne.
Yeah, you didn't have it your own way. You had to fight very hard. You had to win your last race and make it through the final. So that makes it more special. And I know this place is very special to you as well.
This place is very special for me. I love Prague. I love the city, and I love this stadium. I have some good memories, and I raced here since my junior time. So I'm always very happy when I can come here and race here in front of this fantastic crowd. So I'm very pleased.
And it's your first final of 2023 and you win it. What does that do for your confidence, and where does it take you now?
We still keep working, still season long, and yeah, we try all the time our best, and after the season we count the points, and I hope it will be some good results for us.
I'm sure it will. I'll let you go and stand on that top set. Well done, Martin.
Thank you. Ďakujem.
Yeah, super stuff from Martin Vasilik. Certainly is a terrific performance from him. Clearly overjoyed with it, and certainly he fully deserved that. Absolutely needed it. So yeah, there you see it. Bartosz Smarslik on 50 points, 47 for Freddie Lindgren. Jack Holder into third place, just the 1 point. What a move for Vasilik.
Oh, yeah.
Came in 7th, now he's in 4th. Jason Dawes slipping down a couple of places into 5th. Lambert still in the top 6. Dan Bewley just outside the top 6 in 7th. And Leon Madsen, another good move from him, into 8th. So Wolfenden with work to do. They've actually separated themselves, the top 8, a little bit from the bottom 8. So still work to be done for Maciej Janowski. But for Leon Madsen, that is a major step in the right direction. And also for Jack Holder, terrific stuff. But just the 3 points now between the top 2. So Bartosz Smarslik with the 4th place did Freddie Lindgren a bit of a favour there.
Yeah, he did, and Smarslik just struggled through tonight by his very high standards, but you know, he makes another final, he stays on top of the series.
He does indeed. So now we have the presentation of riders. They'll come up onto the podium itself. And Jack Holder, 2 consecutive podiums, 2 consecutive finals. Terrific work from Jack Holder. Certainly beginning to find his feet at this level. Steady feeling like he belongs now in the Grand Prix. And
certainly looks like it.
Certainly proving so. Leon Madsen, much more like it from Leon, the world number 2. Clearly delighted with his 2nd place on the evening. And of course, I'm sure there's more to come from Leon. And clearly delighted with it. And now the winner, Martin Vasilik. Back-to-back winner here in the Marketa Stadium. What a moment for him. Vasilik coming forward now. What a reception for him. Really a fan favourite here in the Marketa Stadium. He's creating new history for himself by the performance he's put in 2022 and in 2023. So many congratulations to all three, but in particular Martin Vasilik with a superb win on the evening. We will have the presentation of the trophies, and coming forward now is Mikael Wolf from the Director of the Ministry of Defence to present the third place trophy to Jack Holder. Second place dignitary will be Jan Stovecki. He come through the ACCR president to present Leon Madsen with the second place trophy. And then we've got, for the winner on the evening, we've got Boleslav Svoboda, the Mayor of Prague, to come forward to present the winner's trophy on the evening. Just taking his time. Here he comes now. So smashing moment, terrific times, and Martin Vasilik will be really pleased with this. This is obviously, he knows there's a long way to go in the championship, Chris, but nonetheless, right now, winning here in Prague, it's extra special for him.
Yeah, it's extra special, and he's the big mover tonight, moves up the leaderboard. Impressed with Jack Holder.
The national anthem. There we go then, a short rendition of the Slovakian national anthem, but nonetheless well received. And as I say, an extra special moment for Martin Vasilik. We'll have a champagne moment shortly, of course, and then a few selfies. But just a short reflection on the celebrations at the conclusion of the race. Bartosz Zmarzlik, tell you what, you know, fair play to him. Good sportsmanship there, isn't he?
Yeah.
He certainly had to work hard, but was teammates, weren't they, for some time in Gorzów, so they know each other very well. So a lot of respect between the two boys. Leon Madsen, can he now begin to make his way back into the championship chase? Certainly on the evidence of tonight, it is possible. We haven't got to wait long, of course, for another Grand Prix, just 7 days.
7 days, and we'll see if this is a one-off blip. I don't think it is. I think he's found something now. Jack Holder is fast becoming Mr. Consistent in the Grand Prix series. Another great round for him.
Indeed it was. Jack Holder making a significant move into third place in the championship standings, so that's a great move for him, and a great stuff. Dan Bewley was looking like a winner earlier on, but just slipped up once again in the semi-finals. He'll be a little frustrated over that when he was looking so good earlier on tonight with 3 back-to-back wins, but the semi-final didn't pan out for him. The reverse was the case for Jack Holder, so he took full advantage of that. Fireworks here. It's been fireworks all night long here in the Marketa. So let's have a look forward to 7 days' time, where we move on to SGP round 4 in Tetero in northeast Germany on June the 10th, where all these boys will gather once again, and I'm sure we'll be in for another action-packed Grand Prix. Don't miss it next Saturday for you. We've got 3 Grand Prix in actual fact for you in June, with Gorzów also on the calendar, so really is an jam-packed June for you of World Championship Speedway. We've got another SGP2 round for you as well in Gorzów towards the end of the month. But right now it's all about these 3, Chris, because they have performed terrifically well, and they have made a great effort and fully deserve all the plaudits they will get. So now, we look forward to Tetero in 7 days' time. I do hope you've enjoyed the evening. I think it's been a great effort for World Championship Speedway once again, certainly has. And for that man who sits on top of the box here in the Marketa Stadium, we will see him in just 7 days' time.
How about without a spark of inspiration? Oops! Let's get this thing rolling. Ta-da! Try that on for size. Yeah! Level up in Forge of Empires. Play now for free at FOE.tv or download the app.
Technology is all around. But technology alone is not enough. For me, the drive is everything. The all-new, all-electric Lexus RZ.
Why is it so easy to find your perfect pair of glasses at Mr. Specs? Over 100 of the hottest brands. Try on new styles directly online. Try your favorite frames at home with free delivery and returns. And the best thing, we have high-quality lenses that suit your needs. Find your perfect match at Mr. Specs.